Hi guys, welcome back to Wishing Tales. Today is Tools and Tips Thursday. And as you can see, we have the multi-placers. Now I bought these multi-placers in a set. It was only $1.20 off of AliExpress. It took a little longer than normal to get here. I think probably because it got lost in there. Because, you know, they're little. But they came from Peking Universal Store. P-E-K-I-N-G Universal Store. Like I said, they were only $1.20. So I thought that we would give them a test and see how they work. Now I have used the 3-placer and the 4-placer and the 5-placer. I have not used I tried the 10-placer once and my daughter actually did better than I did, so I gave up on that. So, but anyway, if you're new to multi-placers, what you have to do is you have to get your, if you have a big tray, that is going to be better for you. This is the standard tray that comes with the kits. But the bigger tray is going to be better if you're using the bigger multi-placers. Now, I have, like I said, I have tried the 10-placer before. That's when I first started diamond painting. So hopefully we got a little better at it. Obviously you're going to need wax. And I would think that you're going to need a lot of wax, especially for these bigger guys. But we're just going to start out with the little one because we're going to start with the little ones and work our way up and around. And what I'll do is I'll zoom into this section here so you guys can see it actually being placed right. And hopefully it works out because this is kind of an experiment for me too. Like I said, I've only used the 3, 4, and 5-placer before. So as with any of the pens, you're going to take your pen. I don't know if, I hope you can see this. There you go. And you're just going to push the wax into the pen head. Okay. Oops, there you go. So this is the 3-placer. And you've probably seen me use this many times when I'm flipping my pen around because I tend to flip my pen around a lot. I'm using a 3-placer. So let me zoom in here so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Hopefully that is clear enough for you. And then I got to figure out, okay, we're right below that head there. Okay. So I cannot do this standing up. So give me a second here. Okay, so with the multi-placer, and I hope you guys can see this. This is what I do. You can see it's kind of angled a little bit. Can you guys see that? This is what I do. I take it and I just kind of roll it onto the amount that I need. Okay. And then I find the spot that I'm going to put them in. And I just kind of roll with it. Literally roll it. I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to check here in a second. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, you probably didn't see that then. Okay, so you take your pen and you roll it so that you're picking up the right amount. And you just flick off the one that's not supposed to be there. Okay. And then I roll it back to that way. So that's a 3-placer. Let me do one more. And when you see me do it, this is how I do it. I usually push into the other ones. Of course, they're usually a little straighter than that for me. But I hope you get the gist when we're doing this. So let me fill up the 4-placer and see how that's going to work. And we're just going to go right next to those guys up there. You have to bear with me, guys, because this is an experiment for me too. I've only used the first 3 and I can't see my camera. So you fill up your pen like you do with the 3-placer. Okay, and I hope you guys can see this. Alright, this is the 4 placer. And then you start at the bottom square and you just roll it up. And you can scoot them over a little bit, however you need to do. Okay, now how I usually push it in, and then they're all set down. So this is the 4. I kind of like this one. I haven't used the 4 placer too much. I usually use the 3. Okay, so that's your 4 placer. Now let's go to the 5, and I got to make sure that you guys are still going to be on the screen, because I don't know how far down I got. Alright, let me scoot you guys up a little bit. Because we're going to get into the bigger ones here. Okay, to the L's. Okay. Just so I can make sure that I'm still going to be on there for you. Okay, so this is the 5 placer. Now the set that I have has the little numbers on the actual pen head. It did not come with the pens, just the heads, just so you guys know. But I had plenty of pens from kits. But this is the 5 placer, so we're going to test this one out. Now I have used this one, and I kind of like this one too. And I'm going to just roll it. And for the most part, they stay straight. I don't know if you guys noticed on my Whipping and Wishing Wednesday, the top portion of this is my coffee, my Good Morning Coffee I'm doing. But they look so crooked in that video that I did, but I promise you they straightened out as I filled them in. So if they do look a little crooked when you're doing the multi-placer, I mean nothing, you know, crazy crooked, but if they look a little crooked, you can usually straighten them out as they fill in. So, and I'll go back and get the singles in a little while. You guys, pretty much you guys should know how to use the single ones. If you don't, I do have a beginner lesson on for diamond painting, and I will link that one down below if you've never diamond painted before. I suggest you not try the multi-placer when you're first starting out. So that's the 5 placer, and you see how I did them different. I usually do that when I do the multi-placers. But anyway, so for you guys who've never done this before, I would suggest just using a single. And like I said, I'll link that video down below on exactly how to diamond paint, a beginner's guide. And then you guys can, once you get used to doing these, then you know, a lot of us don't have the multi-placers mastered at all. And some of us get frustrated with the multi-placers. Okay, so this is the 6th one. But anyway, I would get used to a single place first, or even a 3 placer before you go up to these big ones. Because like I said, I've never even used these big ones. So let me make sure you guys can still see. Okay. And alright, so I can go to this L here and you guys can still see. Alright. So I got to be careful which ones I go, because even though this is a big color block, I need room for this big one up here, that 15 placer. I don't know how that 15 placer is going to work for me. Some people actually count out the diamonds. I do not. Let me see if I can get up here one more time. What I do is, I mean, I can count there's 6 there, but what I do, shoot, where are you? Is I slide down to the other 4, and once they're all straightened out, I roll them on. And except for, dagnabbit, this is so hard to do when you're close up like that. And then like that one there, I'll push it back into the groove and make sure it's straight. Jeez. Okay, so this is the 6 placer. And then, I kind of did this backwards. Let me go over here. Backwards for me. And then you just lay them down. I like to do them sideways like this. A lot of people roll them up. For some reason, going sideways works a little better for me. It doesn't look like it, but it really does. And so we're going to do one more on the 6 placer. And then I'll move up to the 7 placer. So yeah, see how that, maybe I'll do one more. Just seems like, for me, it works better that way. And it's really going to depend on what works best for you, how you do it. Everybody works a little different. So that is the 6 placer. But yeah, everybody works a little different. Nobody works exactly the same as another person. Just like everybody has their own opinions, everybody works different. Okay, this is the 7 placer. And I'm just going to fill it up just like I did the others. And we're going to see... Again, I use the grooves to straighten them out, so when I lay them down, they're kind of straight anyway. I might actually start to like these multi-placers here. I don't know if I can use a 15 placer though. This seems like that might be pushing it. But if you get adapted to doing it, more power to you guys. Because to me, this is a little bit slower. I've seen a couple people ask, how do you get faster? Well, if you really want to get faster, the best way to do it is to just start off. I'm going to tell you like I used to tell my contractors. I used to deliver papers and I was a zone manager. Anyhow, they always wondered how I could get the routes done so fast, like the new people. And I said, look, first comes accuracy, then comes time. And what that means is you make sure you do it right. And as you do it, you're going to get used to doing it, and you're going to speed up, and you're not even going to know you're speeding up. Like the first painting I did was, it was a 25, I think, by 25. It was little. And it took me like 3-4, I think it actually took me a week. I don't remember now. But it took me a long time to do that little one. And it was a square. But I'm telling you, just don't try to go fast, because that's where you're going to mess up. Just sit back and enjoy the process. If you need to get something done fast, it'll get done. But you just got to trust it, and that, you know, speed will come with time. You're not going to be fast right away. I wasn't. I'm still not fast. I see other people doing a 50 by 70 in a matter of a few days, and I'm just amazed. So, you know, it's going to come with time. The more and more you work on them, the faster you'll become. So don't try to be fast right away. And doing a multi-placer for me is definitely not faster, but I kind of like it actually, but it's definitely not faster. Not with the bigger ones. If you use like a 3 or 4 or 5 placer and you get used to using it, then that might be better. But these bigger ones take a little longer because you got to load them up right and blah blah. Anyway, so that's the 7 placer. Let me see where you guys are in the camera, so because we're getting to the bigger ones now. Ta-da-dum-da-dum-dum. All right, let me get you down there. I think I'll have enough to do the really big ones. Okay. So I'm just going to mark where I am with my pen heads. Okay, so there's that one. Actually go one row right there. Okay, and then that goes over to the C on the coffee. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm in the right area so I don't miss you guys. So you guys don't miss what I'm doing. Okay, so now we are going to be on the 8 placer. All right, and again, it's the same. I hope you guys can see this. It's just like any of them. And an 8 placer is going to be all you can do sideways with this little tiny piece of wax that I have. All right, I got to push it down here though. So you just fill it up, just like the rest of them. Okay, I hope you guys are seeing this. I'll find out when I edit the video. And just like with the rest of them, you just pick them up. Now, I am not counting these, mind you. I might when I get it up here. Okay, this is the 8. And again, I use the crevices to make them straight. And I have noticed when I'm using these, if I'm going sideways this way, then I tend to push them this way. But if I'm going side to side this way, I tend to roll it. And I think that's just because I can see it better that way. So let's do another 8 here. Whoops. A little crooked on that one. Whoa, I don't have a pen tip on that one. Whoops, gotta keep that one there. Okay. So then if you get off, you can scoot them over, which does take time. So you have to keep that in mind when you're using these big multi-placers too. Let's see if I have another spot for another 8 that you guys can see. 7. Alright. I really don't have a painting that has a lot of color blocking, so I just chose this one. One, to help get it done, and 2, because I knew there was little spots with the color blocking. Okay, that was the 8. And now we're going to go to the 9. Now with the 9 placer, you're going to need anything bigger, a 9 and up, you're going to need a bigger piece of wax. Because this little piece, you're not going to be able to do it. So if you don't have a bigger piece, you can do half and half. So I'm just going to fill it up like I showed you with the other ones. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. Okay, and this is the 9 placer. That's a little more challenging getting 9 on there. And because I'm going this way, I'm actually going to roll it. Okay. And you're just going to sit down the first square and just basically roll the other ones into its place. So that's the 9 placer, and the reason I'm only doing a couple is because I'm going to run out of spots to show you these, and I still have those big ones up there which I'm saving for down here. Lord knows I have plenty of wax, but okay, and now we're going to go to the 10 placer. And I think the bigger you get, the harder it's going to be to get them on your pen head. And if you want to take the time to count them, you go right ahead. Like I said, I don't normally count. I might have to with these bigger ones though. Oh crap. See, that didn't work out very well. I was trying to straighten them out and they didn't want to be straightened. They're like, nope, leave me alone. I don't want to go on there. Okay, this is the 10 placer. That's a lot there. Really, that's a lot. So I'm going to go, I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to go down with this one. And one didn't want to be straight. So I'm not sure how I feel about these bigger ones, honestly. I think if you take your time and not try to be fast about it, I think it would be okay. Like, I'm taking my time. I'm really taking my time with this, guys, so. Okay, but that's the 10 placer. And I didn't want this video to be this long. But I can see this is a process doing all these pen heads. Okay, now on to the 11 placer. Okay. And you gotta find enough diamonds in here to actually do them. Okay, so there's the 11. And I am going to go right here. And a little off. It's not too bad, I don't guess. I think honestly though I could do quicker with the 3 placer. Okay, that is the 11. And then I think I have to move you guys so you can see the bigger spots. Oh yeah, I don't even know, could you, yeah, okay, that's the 11 ones. All right, I'm going to actually just zoom you out a little bit. And then we're going to work, I'll find out where you guys can see. Okay, from that one to that. Well, that's one good thing. It helps me figure out where you guys can see for the videos. That's kind of funny. And that. Oh, my coffee pot turned off. Alright, and again over to the C. Alright. Okay, now I hope I have enough room to show you these 15s. So what do I have? I have 12, 13, 14, and 15 left. Okay, I think if I go sideways here, I should have enough there to show you a couple at least. Alright, now we go on to the 12 placer. Like I said, we are in uncharted territory, people. I have never done anything bigger than a 10, and I only tried the 10 once when I first started, and until now I have not picked it back up. So let me see. That wax did not go in there very well because I was off of it. Wow, okay. There we go. I think I got it. All right. So once again, now let's see what I have. All right, so I think I can show you guys right here. That is your 12 placer. It's not too bad. It's just a little more time consuming. Okay, let's do the 13. And again, if you guys do this with the multi-placers and you don't have a lot of wax when you're doing them, you might want to find some wax because it is eating this wax up a lot. However, I don't think you would need to refill them that much. So that's a plus thing. Okay, this is your 13. Okay. And I'm just going to go in the same spot. Pretty cool. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to do this down here. So I can do 2 rows there for you. So these bigger ones would be better for spots where you know there's no see, I had an L there, that's why I had to stop. For spots where you have big color blocks, so if you have the big color blocks, these big ones would probably be really handy. But something like this where you have to work around things, I don't think these bigger ones would be good. That's just my opinion. What is this, 13? That don't look great. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble loading it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the 13. And we have 2 more. I don't even know if I have a spot to do them. So this one is the 14. And this one you might actually have to count because I can't even see how many I have. There we go. Alright, so we are going to, oh my. There's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I don't know how I feel about that. And then I'm actually going to have to probably do the 15 once and the 14 once because I don't have a spot. Oh, here, I can do another 14 there maybe. Okay, let's do one more 14. And then I'm going to have to do the 15s because I won't have another spot for you. See, I don't like these bigger ones. It's a little more harder to control where they go. And then you're going to spend, I'm going to spend time just pushing them over into the right spot. So I don't know if this is a time saver or not, honestly. Okay, last one because I only have a little spot left for you guys. And that is the 15 spot. Got that wax on the first try. And I have to shake my diamonds down. Okay, so this is the 15 spotter. I don't think I like this one. This one's too difficult to get on the pen and to keep it straight. There's the 15 spot. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I need to find the spot that I can do it at. There we go. There's one. And I think I can do one more down there. scissors too. Now again, like for me personally, I think I'm going to stick with the 3, 4, and 5. The 9 placer wasn't too bad, but these bigger ones, unless I have a whole big huge block that is just this, I probably won't use these bigger ones too often. But the smaller ones, yeah, I like the smaller ones. So anyway, that is my tools and tips for today. Thank you for trying it with me, watching me fail miserably sometimes. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. And I'm going to have to go back and straighten these. But, so, like I said, those who were asking about how you get fast, I wouldn't use a multi-placer this big, that's for sure. Because they're definitely not fast working. And they're not even straight, honestly. It could just be me. But anyway, so you guys have a great day. And I have a surprise for you tomorrow. Tomorrow I have the Victoria's Moon unboxing. And that is going to be probably a 2 or 3 part video. Because we're going to do the unboxing and then I'll do the kitting. And then we'll do the actual working on it. I'm not going to do a time lapse with that. Because that's just going to be too big to do a time lapse. That'll end up being a 4-hour time lapse. And nobody wants to sit there for 4 hours and watch that. And if you do, I'm sorry. I'm not doing a time lapse. But I will definitely show you the progress on it. So anyway, so tomorrow is a surprise unboxing for you. That is the Victoria's Moon that I have been waiting for. Today, I hope you guys learned a little bit about the multi-placers. I know I sure did. Just doing it with you guys was a big help for me. I know I am not going to be using the 15, the 14, or the 13. I'm probably not going to use any of these here. This is the 12. And I'm just showing you some of the size differences here. So I don't know if I can do this, but anyway, so I'm glad that you guys stopped in, and I will see some of you tomorrow. If not, I will see you Monday for another unboxing. So you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.